On page 182 of his book, Thomas Jefferson, Author of America, Christopher Hitchens said, "As his days began to wane, Jefferson more than once wrote to friends that he faced the approaching end without either hope or fear." Also on page 182, Hitchens said, "As to whether he was an atheist, we must reserve judgment if only because of the prudence he was compelled to observe during his political life." The truth is that Jefferson was not an atheist. He said that clearly in letters he wrote to friends after his political career ended. Look at the book Writings, Thomas Jefferson, a compilation of Jefferson's letters and other documents, edited by the prominent historian Merrill Peterson for the Library of America. Merrill Peterson is spelled M as in Minnesota, E-R-R-I-L-L space P as in Pennsylvania, E-T-E-R-S-O-N, if you want to look up that book in your public library. On page 1459, in a letter to Benjamin Waterhouse in 1822, when his political career was long over and he no longer needed to worry about public opinion, Jefferson first vehemently denounces Calvinism, then says, "Had the doctrines of Jesus been preached always as pure as they came from his lips, the whole civilized world would now have been Christian. I rejoice that in this blessed country of free inquiry and belief, which has surrendered its creed and conscience to neither kings nor priests, the genuine doctrine of one only God is reviving, and I trust that there is not a young man now living in the United States who will not die a Unitarian." On page 1466, in a letter to John Adams in 1823, Jefferson again denounces John Calvin and says, "He was indeed an atheist, which I can never be, or rather his religion was demonism. If ever a man worshipped a false god, he did." He goes on to say that nobody needs the Bible to tell them God exists, because the existence of the laws of physics and the existence of a harmonious, well-balanced universe prove that there must be a creator. Surely we can believe Jefferson really meant it. Why would he lie to his old friend John Adams? Then, in the last paragraph of that letter, on page 1469, Jefferson says he looks forward to seeing Adams again soon in heaven. He said the same thing in another letter to Adams later that same year. See page 1478. He said the same thing in a letter in 1824 to a man named John Cartwright. See page 1496. How many times did he have to say it before Hitchens would take him seriously? Also, Jefferson's daughter said that in the last weeks of his life he told her he was looking forward to seeing her mother soon in heaven. That's on page 9 of the book American Gospel, God, the Founding Fathers, and the Making of a Nation by John Meacham, the former managing editor of Newsweek. And as for the fact that Jefferson said he was approaching the end with neither hope nor fear, I think that was just his way of saying he felt totally serene, willing to accept whatever came his way. On pages 182 to 183 of his book, Thomas Jefferson, Author of America, Hitchens quoted Jefferson saying in a letter to his nephew Peter Carr that it is okay to be an atheist. Yes, Jefferson did indeed say that, but Hitchens left out quite a bit. The text of the letter can be found on pages 900 to 906 of that book I already mentioned, Writings, Thomas Jefferson, edited by Merrill Peterson. Jefferson's message in that letter is that people need to analyze these things logically, and that as long as you are sincerely trying to find the truth, God will forgive you for making mistakes. His exact words were, "Your own reason is the only oracle given to you by heaven, and you are answerable not for the rightness but the uprightness of the decision." Once again we see what a rotten journalist Christopher Hitchens was. Either he was lying about Jefferson, or else he shot his mouth off about Jefferson without bothering to gather any facts about him first.